Hello students, so we are going to discuss the NEET 2026 paper and this is the code number 12. Okay, so let us start discussing each questions, right? So a 100-ton closely wound circular coil of radius. So there is a coil of radius, right? Radius is given, number of turns are given. What are given? Let us write it. Number of turns are 100. Okay, and radius of this coil radius is 5 centimeters. Okay, magnetic field is also given. Magnetic field is given 3.14 into 10 to the power minus 3 Tesla. Okay, uh, at the center, the current flowing through the coil and the magnitude of magnetic moment of this coil are. So we need to calculate the current and the magnetic moment. We need to calculate I and magnetic moment. Two things we need to calculate, correct? So let us calculate that. So magnetic field formula they have given. What about the length? Have they given the length? Because this they have given total number of turns they have given. Total number of turns they have given. Because if you are taking a coil, let us say you are taking a coil. So is it like a solenoid or is it like a simple coil? So they have not mentioned solenoid, right? So can we consider just it is like a circular coil? So circular coil, what is the formula for magnetic field? Let us take circular coil. Magnetic field formula at the center, what it is? Mu naught mu naught mu naught I by 2r, and you have to multiply with n because n number of turns are there, right? N number of, so this is what is given. Definitely we can calculate current from here very easily. We can calculate. So what will be the current? So from here what will be current? It will be magnetic field into 2r divided by mu naught into n, right? Now let us substitute and check out, and we have the options 2.5, 2.522, right? This is what and if we have to calculate magnetic moment means what? Current into area. So area we can calculate because radius they have given. Now this question is pure calculations, we can do that. Let us try this. Okay, so magnetic field is given how much? Let us write this in terms of pi because 3.14 is pi into 10 to the power minus 3, right, into 2 radius is 5. So I will write this as 5 into 10 to the power minus 2 to keep in meter. Mu naught also they have given, even if they don't give, we know that. So 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7, right? Okay, what is number of turns? 100. Now let us calculate this quickly, how much this current will come. So definitely this will get cancelled, pi will get cancelled, and this will become 5 into 2 10, and 10 by 4, correct? 5 into 2 10, 10 by 4 will give 2.5, and I hope other things may get cancelled because 10 power minus 3 minus 2 minus 5, that will get cancelled. So 2.5 is coming, right? So now what is that magnetic moment? Magnetic moment is NIA, you know that, NIA. So number of turns are 100. Current 2.5 we have calculated. Area is what? Pi into r square. Radius is square. So 5 is square 25. 5 is square 25, and that is centimeters. So 10 power minus 4. Now let us check this. What will this give calculation? How much this is going to give? Right, let us check this calculation. Approximately or nearby you can do number of turns, current into area of the coil, right? Area of the coil pi into r square. Radius they have given 5 centimeter. So 5 centimeter means 25 into 10 power minus 4. You have to calculate this and check how much it is. So first of all, this 100 will get cancelled from here, right? And this is 2.525 pi. How much it will come? Check out this. Approximately or nearly how much it can come. Check this. Okay, so this is 25 into 25, 625, right? 625 I will take. Okay, and if I remove this 10 may also get, so there will be extra 10 here, and 10 to the power minus 4, 10 to the power minus 4, and 10 to the power minus 3. Minus 3 means nearly 0.0625 into pi. Pi if I take 3.14. Now tell me, definitely it is going to be less than 3. It is going to. So first of all, we can reject this option 3, and option 4 is rejected. Now out of this, this is 2 ampere meter square and this is 20. So 20 it is not possible. So we can go with option 1. We don't have to do full calculation, right? Full calculation is not needed. Let us move to the next question. Okay, let us move to the next question. The current I in the circuit shown below is. What is the current here in the circuit? If you see this circuit, in the circuit current here, they are asking this current. How to calculate this current? Okay, this current they are asking the calculation. So there are diodes, and you have to see the forward on reverse bias. You can remove that part, right? Because current will not flow due to that. So here, which part are reverse bias? If you see here, this is reverse bias. So I think this circuit will break. You can remove this part. This is forward. This is also reverse. You can remove that. So we have two reverse, two forward, and two reverse, right? Correct. So if you see here, this is 10, and what will be these two resistances will be in parallel, because in forward bias its resistance is 0. Short circuit, right? Ideal means short circuit. You have to do forward bias. So now you see here, this is 4 and this is 2. 4 and 2, what is the equivalent? Calculate equivalent 4 and 2. So 4 into 2 by 4 plus 2. So you got this as 8 by 6. 8 by 6 means it is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 ohm is R equivalent. R equivalent. So current I will be. Now you can calculate current I. I is equal to V by R. So 10 divided by this 4 by 3. Calculate. Here we can cancel out 2. So 5 will come. 5 into 3, 15. 15 by 2. 15 by 2 ampere. That's the correct answer, option 2. Right. Let us move to the next question. Next question is, the speed of light in vacuum is taken as unity. If light takes 6 minutes 40 seconds to reach the earth from sun, the distance between sun and earth in unit. There is a new system of unit they are taking in terms of speed of light. Okay, speed of light. So what is the speed of light? See, let us write 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This is right C. Okay, it is taken as unity. Now if light takes 6 minutes 40 seconds to reach the earth from the sun, the distance between the sun and the earth, so that means this is considered as 1 unit of speed, 1 unit of speed. Okay, now time they have given, we have to calculate distance. So actually the distance will be how much? Distance will be speed into time, which is C into the time t. Correct. C into time t. And what is the time here? How much is the time given? Time given is 6. C already we know that. Time given is how much? Time is 6 minutes. Okay, let us keep in seconds. So how much it will be? Keep in second. So 6 minutes means how much? 6 minutes means how many seconds? 6 into 6, 6 into 60, right? That means 360. 360 plus 40. 360 plus 40 means 400. That means time is 400 seconds. 400 seconds. So this which you are getting as, this is you are getting as 400 C. But C is like the 1 unit of distance, right? So if I consider this as 1 unit, so that many units will be there. That many units will be there. This will be the new units of distance, right? 400. So option 3. Let us move to the next question. The following plot shows variation of velocity. Okay, these are showing velocity. Velocity versus what? Time of a ball thrown vertically upward. So there is a ball which is thrown upward, and velocity time graph they are drawing. Which of the following plot is are correct? Okay, so suppose if I throw this body upward with some velocity, let us say u, you know that somewhere its velocity will become 0. After that it is going to return back, and when it returns to the ground it will have the same velocity u, right? But direction is different, right? While going up it is upward and downward. So at one point its velocity definitely is becoming 0, right? And also important thing is that how are you considering the sign convention? That's also important. They have not mentioned anything about sign convention, right? So let us try to first see what are the possibilities, and also note that acceleration is constant. Acceleration is constant except for the time it is going up and coming down. I think they are studying its ball thrown vertically up and falling back. That means there is no collision. They are not studying any collision. So during the entire motion acceleration is constant. Constant means vt graph must be just a single straight line, it cannot be anything else. So from here we can definitely reject this. It is not a single straight line. This is also not a single straight line. This is a single straight line. This is a single straight line, right? What else? These two are single. This is definitely not possible. So we have two things, C and D. Now, why two graphs can be possible? And options, if you see, what are the options they have given? They have given options as C only, A and E only, D only, B only. Okay. So what are we considering here? Which direction are we considering as positive? For example, suppose if I take graph C graph. So initially it has, so this graph is velocity or speed graph? I think they have given velocity graph. So initially if you see, initially it has some velocity, and here it is showing velocity positive. So suppose if I consider in this direction, upward direction as positive, upward direction I consider as positive, then it is going and velocity is going to decrease, right? So decrease, and when it goes to topmost point velocity become 0. After that velocity changes in direction and it goes like this. So this graph is possibly correct. But suppose if I choose upward direction as negative, let us say I choose upward direction as negative, because upward positive then downward is negative. But suppose I choose upward as negative and downward as positive, like this. Okay. So what about this graph? So initially it has some velocity in upward direction means negative, and then what is happening? It is moving towards 0, right? It is going to be 0, that we know. It is going to be 0. And after that what happens? After that velocity is going in positive direction, correct? This graph is also correct. This graph is also correct. So definitely these two graphs would be correct, but in the option they have given C only and D only. So both possibilities are there. Why only C? Because they have not mentioned any particular direction, that this direction is positive or this direction is negative. No, they haven't mentioned in the question. Have they mentioned it? Read like that. The following plot shows variation of velocity with time, ball thrown vertically upward and falling back. Which of the following plot is correct? So both these two are possible. Both these C and D are possible. I think anti A has to think about it. If they mention in the question that upward is positive, then no, acceleration has to be negative. And acceleration has to be negative means the slope of the graph has to be negative like this, right? Right, like this. But suppose if I assume upward direction is negative, downward direction is positive, so my acceleration has to be positive, then the graph slope will be like this. So there is, unless it is clearly mentioned what sign convention we have to take, but according to the standard coordinate system, we take upward direction as positive, downward direction as negative, but it is not a fixed a standard. It can change because it's not an absolute thing, right? So we can have both C and D. Might be people may assume it that is standard condition of Cartesian coordinate system, then we can go with C only. But again, let me tell you, C and D are both possibilities. Both possibilities. They should give marks for both, or in the option they should have kept, you know, C and D only. A and E are not possible because here other options are not possible. Acceleration is constant, right? Let us move to the next question. In a Vernier caliper, 20 VSD coincide with 16 MSD. Each division of length is 1 millimeter. Least count. Direct formula, can we apply that? Let us try first. So first of all, from here, what information we get? We get 20 VSD. 20 VSD is equal to 16 MSD, and 1 MSD means 1 millimeter. So from here, you can cancel out 5 VSD is equal to 4 MSD. 5 VSD is equal to 4 MSD. So can we write 1 VSD is equal to 4 by 5 MSD? MSD means millimeter it is, so it is 4 by 5 millimeter, right? And if I take least count definition as 1 MSD minus 1 VSD, then this is 1 millimeter minus this is 4 by 5 millimeter. So from here it is 1 by 5, which means 0.2 millimeter, correct? So 0.2 millimeter, but answer has to be given in centimeters, so you have to divide by 110 extra, so 0.02 centimeter. So we can go for this option, right? Okay, let us move next. An AC circuit contains a resistance of 1 kilo ohm, a capacitor of 0. So resistance is given, capacitance is given, inductance is given. It is a series LCR circuit. Resonance frequency of the circuit is approximately, and we have to calculate resonance frequency. So we know what happens is resonance. Resonance means direct formula we should know, but in kilohertz, that means frequency they are asking. So omega is equal to 1 by root LC. This already we know that, correct? Omega is equal to, because omega L is 1 by omega C at resonance. And frequency, what they are asking is omega is 2 pi into frequency. So frequency is 1 by 2 pi of this, 1 by 2 pi root under LC. So let us try to first calculate this. Kilohertz, their option is given in kilohertz means 1000. We will, this will be coming as a hertz. So we have to divide by 1000. Okay, let us first try to calculate it. So 1 by 2 pi root under L is how much? L inductor 1 milli 10 to the power minus 3. Capacitance is how much? Capacitance is 0.1 micro. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6. 10 to the power minus 7 it is. Right. So from here 10 it will become 10 to the power minus 5 it will come. So 10 to the power 5 it will come by 2 pi. Now let us divide by 1000. So 1000 if you divide it will become 100. It become 100 by 2 pi. that means it is kilohertz, right? 100 by 2 pi, that means 50 by pi. 50 by pi kilohertz, 50 by pi kilohertz. Now decide what can be the answer. 50 by pi, pi is nearly 3.14, nearly, approximately. So how much it will be? Check out that. Definitely this is not possible, 10 is not possible, correct? Because even if you take 3, let us say 3, so 15 by 3, 50, sorry, 50 by 3 if you do, so 16 point, because this 16 into 348, 16 point something, so nearly around that. So can we also cancel out this? Then 15.9, because pi will be little bit larger, correct? 3 more than 3, we can go with this, right? This definitely we can remove. So we got the answer. We don't have to do exact calculation, some approximation we can do. Let us move next. The figure shows a long straight solid wire it is, okay. Cross section radius is given, current I uniform, plot which represent variation. This is a standard question. By Savart law, standard question, nothing to be done. All of you know that as you go here linearly it increases, after that it decreases linearly. So anyone can do this, just you have to select it. Nothing in this, it's a just you know bonus type of question you can say, because nothing is given, nothing has to be done, it's a standard result based question. So okay, let us move next. So of course it is solid. If it was hollow, if it was a hollow, then you could have gone with option 4, right? That's what it is. Let us move next. A uniform metallic wire having resistance is given bent in the form of a square loop. Resistance of 2 ohm is connected in between, right? B and D, right? A battery is connected like this across point A and C. Now the value of current is that current I, they are asking it, okay. So total 4 ohm resistance is there, wire which is bent. So 4 ohm means each wire must have 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm, right? So now they are asking, so you can clearly see that it is a balance with stone bridge, correct? Because this one by one by one, symmetrically anyway it is. So middle branch can be definitely cancelled out, nothing is going to happen in that. So this 1 and 1 become 2, and 1 and 1 become 2. So 2 is, and 2 is upper branch, 2 is lower branch, they are parallel. 2 to parallel become 1, 2 to parallel become 1. So if that is 1 ohm resistance and this is 2 volt, so current I is equal to voltage by resistance 1. So you got just 2 ampere current. That's the answer, nothing more, no calculation is required. Very easy type of questions, right? Isn't it? Battery is the ideal battery, right? There is no internal resistance. Battery is 2 volt connected across. That's all. Nothing is required in this. Okay, let us move next. Unknown nucleus has a nuclear density. Density is given, nucleus density. Mass is also given. Its mass number A is. We have to find the mass number. So mass is given, we have to find its mass number. So what is the relationship between that? Mass is given, density is given. Can we calculate something about it? Because they are asking the R naught they have given and 4 pi they have given. So what is R naught? Remember, the radius is equal to R naught a power 1 by 3. This is the formula, right? This is the formula. And we have to calculate this A from here. A we have to calculate. How do we calculate A? If you know radius, you can calculate it. Suppose if I cube this, then R by R naught. whole cube is going to be A, correct? Whole cube is going to be A. Then anyway, what we need to calculate is what they have given, mass they have given, density also they have given, right? Density they have given. So what is density? Density is equal to mass by volume. So from here, volume is equal to mass by density. Volume is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube is mass by density. I think from here r cube we can calculate and then we can substitute that, isn't it? So what will be r cube from here? R cube will be this ratio we can do, mass by density. So mass is this 19 into 19.926 into 10 to the power minus 27 divided by density, which is 2.29 into 10 to the power 17, right? Into 3 by 4 pi, into 3 by 4 pi. This 4 pi, they have saying that 4 pi you take this, that means r cube we can calculate. Okay, so how much it will come? Let us calculate it. 4 pi they are saying is, take 4 pi 12.56. So this 19.926 into 3 by 2.29 into 12.56. Okay, 10 to the power, let us bring one side. So this is becoming how much? 10 to the power minus 27, and then this also. So 7 7 14 2 3 4 minus 44 it is going to be, correct? Right. So this is the value of this, and r naught value already they have given. So what are we going to calculate from here? Is there any cancellation is going to happen or not? Check out this. This is a pure calculation, seems to be pure calculation it is. And also note that we need to divide this r cube divided by r naught cube. If you want, you can divide it by the cube of that, correct? So let's divide that. So because a we need to calculate, right? A has to come this cube divided, because a is r cube by r naught cube, correct? R cube by r naught cube. So if r cube we have already got, r naught cube will be how much? 10 to the power minus 45 will be definitely there. So if you divide that, 10 to the power minus 5, extra 10 factor is going to come, correct? You divide that, because 10 to the power minus 44 by 10 to the power minus 45, extra 10 will come in numerator, correct? And what else will be coming? So that whole thing which we are getting there, how much are we getting? That we have to just divide little bit patiently. You try. If you want, you can multiply it also, but I am not multiplying it. I will keep 2 digit. Okay, I'm going to keep two digit, and this is 2 point or 1 digit or 2 digit, anything which you want you can keep. 2 point, let us take 1 digit. Okay, then this is 12.6 nearly. So this whole thing I need to divide by 1.2 uh, 1.2 power cube. So how much it will be? This whole cube divided by, so 144. That means it is 1.2 whole cube we have to divide. Now this a will be giving us how much? This you think about it, how much it will be? Suppose if you take 20 into 3, 20 into 3 factor is coming, and you check this is 12.6, 12.6 it is, right? And this is 1.2, this is 2.3. These all numbers are looking as totally different numbers, right? How do you approximate it? Or is there any Exact cancellation can happen. Exact calculation. I think this 9 times it may go. 9, 9, 81. 9 into 2, 18. Plus 8. 9 into 2, 18. Might be 2.29. This factor might be cancelled out as, suppose if I take 9, 9 into 3, 27. No, it will be more. Maybe 8. No, between 8 and 9 it can come. Okay. Let us take it is coming 8 point something. Then this is also 4 point something it may come. Let's say this is 4.2 it may come, right? And let us say it cancelled by 2 times. So 20 by 1 point something, 1.2 cube. So how much it will give? Let us say it is 20 divided by 1 point. So less than 20 definitely it is. It cannot be 20. Now 19 or 16 what it can be, because 1.2 whole cube, 1.414, another 1.2 can come, right? So if you try to cancel out, suppose if I do 100, extra 100 has come. So 4 into 3, 4 into 5, right? And this 2 into 7 and 2 into 50. This is 250 by 21. So 21, if you take 10 times, so definitely more than 10. Will it become 12? Check rough calculation. This is purely a rough calculation. 21 into 12 if you take, so it is 42 and 21. So it is coming near to that 252. Might be possible. 12 can come out as answer. It's a rough estimation, but exact calculation, time consuming, lengthy you can say. But I am just guessing out that full calculation I am not doing. We don't have to do full calculation. Somewhere something approximation you have to do. 12, that also it's a very rough calculation. To what is exact calculation? Exact calculation, how can we do in this, right? Exact calculation, if you want to do exact calculation, then this factor which we have written here, exact calculation if you want to do, so 19.926 into 3 divided by 2.29 into 12.56 into like 1.2 cube it was, right? So 144 definitely it is coming. Extra 12 also you have to multiply. So this is 288 and 144. So 8 and this is 2, 7, right? 1. So then it is coming 1.728. This is like 1.728. An extra 10 is there. Exact calculation. See, I am trying to do exact calculation because 12, 16, 19, they are of course far, but I have done lot of approximations. So am I correct or not? I have to make sure. So this is exact calculation. Now after this, what can we do? Suppose this is 1.728. Is it going to cancel with this? Suppose I take, how many times should I take this? Suppose I take 5 times. 5 into 7, 35. 5, 1, 6, 7, 8. 6 times 7, 6, 42. 4. 6, 1, 6. No, this is also not going to come. Hmm? This is time waste only. Time waste type of question it is. Exact calculation. Why we need that? We don't need this. Time waste, it is correct. So such question can be skipped, I think. Such question can be skipped. But is there any binomial approximation? Is there any binomial approximation which we can do it here? When a binomial approximation is there, then might be it is helpful. But suppose I do again, let's try rough calculation because I don't want it to leave it. Suppose. So what rough calculation you may do it here? Suppose 19 point this 9, I write this as 20, almost 20, and this already I have written 30. Might be this 3 can cancel somewhere here, right? 3 4 will get cancelled definitely, and then 3, no, it won't get cancelled exactly. Okay, so I am leaving this here. Will it get cancelled? Will it get cancelled or not? 1.72 or 1.73 also I can write it. Okay, so suppose if I take almost like root 3, so might be 1.73 can come in the numerator, 1.73 factor can come in numerator, and then this is extra 10. Okay, then this factor 2.29 I take as 2.3, and 12.56 I keep it as it is, 12.56. Okay, so now what can we do? Again we uh, are not sure. So if I multiply this with 10, no, 9, if I multiply 9 7 63 6 9 1 6, no, not also 9, 8 8 7 56 5 8 1 8 plus 5, no, 7 if you take 7 7 49 4 7 1 7, no, 7 point something something it can come. This also can come 7 point something. So it's a waste calculation, and they have no brain. No brain means, what is this? Why they are asking this calculation? It's completely waste of time. Neither any good things are there where you can apply some binomial approximations. Why are they checking these calculations? Are we here to multiply and divide? Okay, leave it. Let us go to the next question. A rectangular wire loop of sides 8 centimeter and 3 centimeter with a small cut is moving out of a region of uniform magnetic field of magnitude 0.3 Tesla, directed normal to the plane of the loop. So there is a rectangular wire, sides are given, a small cut is there. That means it's not a complete wire. Complete loop is not there. Okay, moving out of a region of uniform magnetic field of magnitude directed normal to the plane of that. Okay, the EMF developed across the cut if the velocity of the loop is this. If the velocity of the loop is this in direction normal to the shorter side. First we need to think about it. Let us say that this magnetic field is perpendicular. Diagram is not given, you have to make the diagram properly. Okay, so they are saying in a direction normal to the, if the velocity of the loop is this in a direction normal to the shorter side of the loop. Shorter side means what? Suppose if I consider this as a shorter side and this is a longer side. Okay, this is how the loop is going, but there is a cut. Where is the cut? They have mentioned um, moving out of a region with a small cut. Anywhere cut it is, they have not mentioned. Let us say the cut is present here somewhere. Somewhere a small cut is there. Okay, I am putting it like this. You are moving it like this. Okay, then velocity is also given and others are things are given because this is 8 centimeter. This is 3 centimeter. Velocity is 2 centimeter per second. In a direction normal to shorter side of the loop. So what is the question is EMF, we have to calculate EMF developed. So how do you calculate EMF between this point? Let's say this point is PQ, right? Between these 2 points PQ is moving out of the region, so it is moving out of the region. So how do you calculate uh, voltage difference between these 2 points. So BVL should we apply or not? So voltage difference means as it is coming out, there will be voltage difference between these 2 points. Yes, BVL can we apply or not apply? And what length should we consider? Should we consider the length? Because this length is perpendicular, we can consider that length. Current is definitely not there because it's open, but voltage induced will be there. So let us apply EMF VVL formula. Length we have to take 3 cm. Magnetic field is how much? How much is magnetic field given? 0.3. 0.3. Velocity is 2 centimeters, so 10 power minus 2 you have to keep. And length is 3 centimeters, so 3 into 10 to the power minus 2 you have to keep. Now check out. This becomes 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 0.3, 18. So 1.8, 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 4. Yes, we can take that here, right? Let us move to the next. So this answer is option 1. Let us go to the next. A galvanometer of resistance 100 ohm gives full scale deflection for a current of 1. So 1 milliampere is full scale deflection. Okay. It is converted to ammeter of range 0 to 10. The shunt required is okay. So ammeter means you have to put a parallel, right? So suppose this is the galvanometer and you have to put a shunt parallel. This shunt resistance is a galvanometer resistance they have given. Let's say galvanometer as G, that resistance is 100 ohm. Okay, this as we need to find out. And range is 0 to 10 ampere range. Which range it is converted to ammeter? That means this maximum must be 10. This must be 10 ampere. And note that this galvanometer full scale is how much? 1 milliampere. 1 milliampere it is. So remaining current should go here, right? So 10 minus 1, 10 minus 1 milli, that is also milli, right? Suppose if you write this in terms of milliampere, so it is becoming 10,000. So 10,000 minus 1, 10,000 minus 1 means what? 9999, 9,999 milliampere, correct? So 1 plus this 999 become 10,000. That's what it is. Now question is to calculate the resistance of this. So you know that voltage will be same IR. So 1 into this, which is 100, is equal to 9,999 into S. So S is going to be 100 divided by 999, which you can almost write as 10,000, which you can almost write as 10,000. Okay, so 100 divided by nearly 10,000. So from here you can understand what it will be, because 100 will get cancelled, so S will be 0.01 ohm, correct? 0.01 ohm. That means this option 1. Clear, right? Because 10,000, 100 get cancelled, you got the answer. Then let us move to the next. Young's double slit experiment using monochromatic light of wavelength lambda intensity screen, where the part difference lambda is lambda is k units, where the part difference is lambda is k units. The intensity of light at a point where the part difference is lambda by 3 is, see, where the part difference is lambda means maxima is happening, so what they have given is I maximum intensity, and maximum intensity by symmetry both the slits are same, so that intensity formula, 4 I naught 4 I naught is like maximum intensity. Now they are saying that this is given as part difference, for that is k units, I think. No, this intensity they are talking about. Yeah. So this 4 I naught, they are calling this as k unit they are calling. Okay, it doesn't matter. K units it is. Now they are saying that intensity of light where the part difference. So part difference is lambda by 3 means what? What is phase difference? Delta phi. Delta phi is 2 pi by lambda into path difference. Lambda by 3. So this becomes how much? 2 pi by 3. Now if you remember, the formula for resultant intensity is 4 I naught. 4 I naught cos square delta phi by 2. This we need to apply. So 4 I naught is like k, and cos square half of this means pi by 3 means 60 degree it is. Correct? 60 degree cos square. So cos is 60 half, 1 by 4 it is going to become. So the answer will be k by 4. K by 4 units. Right? K by 4 units, option 1. Clear? Direct question it is. Let us move next. Question next. Magnitude and direction of acceleration produced in a body of mass 5 kg when two mutually perpendicular forces, this and this, act on it. So two perpendicular forces are acting, 8 and 6, that you already know. Its resultant will be 10. Resultant will be 10 Newton. Correct? 10 Newton. And they are asking the magnitude and direction of acceleration produced in a body when two mutually perpendicular forces are acting. So suppose this force is 8 Newton and this force is 6 Newton, and you will be getting a force of 10 Newton. Okay, so acceleration is equal to net force by mass. Mass is how much? Mass is 5, so acceleration will be 2. But they are also asking direction. So if you see here, this is also 6, right? So this angle definitely opposite of 6 means its ratio is 3 is to 4 is to 5. This must be 37 degree, and this must be 53 degree. Or now you match with the option. So 2 meter per second square is definitely there, but tan inverse 3 by 4 with 6 Newton. 6 Newton if you take 6 Newton. So this angle they are talking about 53 degree, right? So this 53 degree, that theta, tan theta of that you calculate, that is 8 by 6. 8 by 6. Tan 53 degrees, 8 by 6. 8 by 6 means 4 by 3. So 4 by 3 if it is coming, then it is correct. So this is definitely wrong then with 6. Okay, next, tan inverse 4 by 3 with 8. With 8 is how much? This is 3 by 4. 3 by 4. So definitely this is also not correct. Okay, with 8, 3 by 4, this is correct. So option 3 is going to be correct, right? Let us go forward. 5 capacitors are given, C1, all this, all these 4 capacitances are equal here, and the 5th capacitance given different, are connected like that along with the battery. Battery is there. Okay, now what is the question is, equivalent capacitance and the charges on each capacitor respectively are. Equivalent capacitance we need to find out. Equivalent capacitance. So you can clearly see this 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all in series. So all series will become 10 by 4. 10 by 4 means 2.5. Correct? So this become 2.5, and parallel is also 2.5 plus 2.5 will again become 5. So equivalent is going to be 5. So third option is wrong. Now they are asking also charges on each capacitance are. So charges on the C1, C2, C3, C4 is same because they are in series, right? They are in series, and this equivalent has become 2.5, and this upper is 2.5, lower is also 2.5, right? And voltage, parallel voltage is 50. So Q is equal to C into V. So this is 2.5 into voltage 50. So charge Q must be equal to 2.5 into voltage 50. So how much this is going to come? Calculate this. This is microcoulomb. Remember that. 10 will get cancelled. This is 125. 125 microcoulomb will be there. And the same 125 microcoulomb, is it going to be here also? Yes, because on this 125 will be there, and upper equivalent is 125, which is same. So everywhere 125 will be there. Is the correct answer, right? Let us move to the next. Meter bridge experiment is given. Okay, positions of this cell E. Where is this cell here? Okay, here in between this cell. This is the cell here. It is not visible. I will write. This is the cell here. Positive terminal, negative terminal, connected like this. Okay. Then what they are saying, interchange in emitter bridge the position of the cell and galvanometer. Cell and galvanometers are interchanged. We shall observe in the galvanometer. In the galvanometer, we shall observe in the galvanometer only in the right side deflection, left side deflection. There will be no deflection. All these stories are there. Okay. So the question is that we are, first of all, is it balanced or not balanced? That's the question. Is it balanced or not balanced? In a meter bridge experiment, the positions of the cell and galvanometer are interchanged. We shall observe in the galvanometer only the right side deflection, only the left side deflection. There will be no deflection irrespective of the position of the jockey. And then last part is both right side and left side deflection, and at balance point no deflection. Right sided and left sided deflection. And what does this question mean? Deflection will happen when it is not balanced. So note that if you interchange the battery and this position of the cell and the galvanometer, the circuit does not change. The circuit does not change. Okay. So let us say right now it is balanced, and if you have interchange, still it remains balanced only. But if you move left side or right side, deflection has to come whenever it is unbalanced. Correct. So both right sided and left side deflection, and at balance point no deflection. Again the same thing will happen. There will be no deflection irrespective of the position of the jockey. That's not correct. Only left side, only right side. No. So right now it is balanced or not? If it is unbalanced, that means already it has deflection. Same with deflection. Left side and right side deflection means what? Are we moving left side of the balance point, or are we moving right side of balance point? So this will be happening, and this is the general case. Okay, this will happen general case. So here nothing, no change will happen. Circuit does not change. Note that first of all. When you interchange the position of the battery and the galvanometer, circuit does not change. The same way it behaves as it was behaving previously. That's all. Okay. Then let us go to the next. The power of a crane which lifts a mass of 1000 kg to a height of 20 meter in 10 seconds is power. So time they have given, and it is lifting 1000 kg. So mgh divided by time, calculate that. So power here is work by time. Work is force, that means mg into h divided by time. How much? 1000 kg. G I am going to take as 9.8 because they have given it. Height is 20 meter. Time is 10 seconds. Just cancel out this. This become very easy calculation. This type of calculation is expected. That become 196 and 00. Correct? And kilowatt means 19.6 kilowatt. So we can go with this option 4, right? Let us move next. Match the list. Here we have to match. Choose the correct option. Matching type of questions. Young's modulus is what? So I think you know the formula, elongation formula, FL by AY. So in the elongation formula, FL by AY, you bring Y this side, delta L that side you take, you will get this. So Young's modulus will definitely match with 2. correct. So A must match with 2. That's what I think. A is matching only in this first case, correct. That means they didn't want you to more investigate more in this. If you want, you can spend time also, but Young's modulus you got it, right? Young's modulus you got. You don't have to waste now time here. You don't have to waste time. You can move forward. Assume that others are correct. Let's move. In a concave lens, a ray of light emanating from the object parallel to the principal axis of the lens after refraction. Concave lens it is. Okay. A ray of light emanating from the object parallel to the principal axis of the lens after refraction. What it means? Suppose this is a concave. This is the principal axis. We know that. Ray of light emanating from the object parallel to principal axis of the lens after refraction. What does that mean? Is that rays which are coming is parallel? If these rays are parallel, then definitely we know that it diverges. And if it diverges, then a virtual is forming here, right? Okay, let's see that emerges parallel to principal axis appear to diverge from the first principal focus. What is first principal focus? Note that first principal focus is this one, F1, and this is F2. Second principal focus. This is second principal focus. Okay, appears to diverge from the first principal focus. Diverge from, passes through to F, which is the radius of curvature of the lens, passes through the second principal focus. No. Emerges parallel, that is not correct. Appears to diverge from the first principal focus. I think here these rays which are coming parallel, it is appears to be diverging from F2, not F1. Note that actually the second focus is used in the whether it is concave or convex. So when the light is coming like this way, it will appear to be diverging, but it will appear to be coming from this F2, which is the second focus, appears to diverge from the first principal focus. I think that should be second principal focus. Passes through 2F, that is not correct. Passes through the second principal focus. Appears to pass through the second principal focus, that might be correct. Appears to pass, because it is not coming out, but appears to pass. There is a confusion in the marking of option 2 and option 4. Now which one we can take? Passes through the second principal focus, definitely doesn't pass, because these rays are parallel and it is diverging. So here NTA has created a confusion, I think, in this question. Appears to diverge from the first principal focus. No, it is appears to diverge from the second principal focus. Okay, passes through the second principal focus. No, it appears to pass through the second principal focus when extended backward. So there will be definitely a confusion in option 2 and option 4. Okay, definitely there will be a confusion here, because neither the student can choose this nor the student can choose that, and we have to choose correct option only, right? Concave lens it is. Second principal focus is this only, F2, right? Appears to diverge from the first principal focus, that is wrong. Passes through the second principal focus. Both are not correct completely. Okay, because passes through means appears to pass, they have to write. There will be confusion, we are leaving this. Okay, a thin wire of length L and linear mass density M is bent into a circular ring which center this. Okay, so wire length L and linear mass density M is bent into a circular ring. Okay, we center the moment of inertia of ring about axis. Okay, what will be the moment of inertia of this? How do we calculate that? Can we use parallel axis theorem? So suppose if I consider this, Then for the ring we know, let us say total mass of the ring is m. So for the ring total mass, if I assume as m, let's consider here total mass I have assumed here. So what about this? This is diameter. Moment of inertia about diameter is how much? It is mr square by 2. Now I want to calculate about this. So this will be how much? This is center of mass, so mr square by 2 plus m into r square. So this is going to be 3 by 2 mr square. Right now we need to find out what is the total mass. So this I which we want to calculate, it is 3 by 2. Total mass we will write as mass per unit length is small m. Small m is mass per unit length, and total length is L. So we have to multiply that. Right, this is the total mass. Radius, because that length has converted into circle, so that length is 2 pi r. 2 pi r. So radius is length by 2 pi, and square of that L square by 4 pi square. Now you solve out this. This is going to be 3 by 8 ml cube by pi square. Check out this. 3 ml cube by 8 pi square should be there. 3 ml cube 8 pi. Yes, first option is correct here. First option is right. Okay, let us move to the next question. Each side of a metallic cube of mass this is measured to be this. Keeping the significant figures in view, the density of the material of the cube can be best expressed as. Density you have to calculate. And here what are you doing in this? What are you doing this? Density is equal to mass by volume. You are dividing. So in division, what we need to do? There are two operations, division and division multiplication are similar, and addition subtraction are similar. So what happens in division multiplication? We have to keep what? Should we keep number of significant digits, or should we keep uh, number of significant digit, or should we keep decimal places? Yes. So if you see here, it has 3 decimal places, right? It has um, so answer what you need to do is, definitely they may not check the decimal places, because if they talk about decimal places, then here minimum decimal place is after one, so there may be possibilities of this, and who are going to do this calculation? So definitely if you forget the rule, then you have to think like this. You cannot choose this after one decimal. That means you have to see minimum number of significant figures. Minimum significant figures means here 1 2 3, right? And that is 1 and 2. So should we consider this 0 also as significant or not? Yes, minimum number of significant digits or minimum number of, what does the rule says? I think you need to check the rules for this, because after decimal here that is 3, and here after decimal 1. So after decimal if you are choosing, then these two possibilities can come, or otherwise if you are choosing, but then who will do this calculation, because density is mass by volume? Can we do this calculation or what? Can we do this calculation? Rough estimation. Mass is 5.580 by volume. Side cube 999. 9 into 9 into 9. And here 10 to the power minus 3 will come. Correct. That will become 10 to the power 3. So 5.58 by 9981. 729. Correct. 10 to the power centimeter it is, right? Sorry, 10 to the power minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 6 it will come, right? So here it will come minus 6. So here it will come 6. So 5.58 or 3 factor you remove. So 5580 by 729. This calculation only you have to do. And but what is the rule says? That rule you need to check out. So what does the rule says? Does the rule says that we need to check the number of significant figures or the number of decimal places we need to check? What does the rule says? Yes. We need to see the significant digits. Significant digits, how many? There are two significant digits here, and there are four significant digits. So now which one we should choose? Calculation again in this step we need to do calculation. Nothing can be done. Out of this calculation you choose which calculation is going to give us correct answer. This calculation you check now. At least to you have to round off this calculation. NTA wants you to do this calculation. After that they want you to round off to 2 digit. Nothing can be done. Unnecessary calculation it is, right? So what will be the calculation result of this calculation? Check out. If you check this calculation, it will come 7 point. This number will come 7.654 like that. And now you have to round off. So round off to 1 digit now. This is odd number. You have to drop this. Also, this will increase. It will become 7.7, right? So this calculation is again hectic calculation. Hectic calculation it is. Time waste calculation. No sense. Okay, let us move next. For a traveling harmonic wave where x and y in centimeter, t is in second, the phase difference between oscillatory motion of 2 points separated by a distance of phase difference we have to calculate. So phase difference delta phi is equal to k delta x. We can just use k is 2 pi by lambda into delta x, which is 0.5. So this is pi by lambda. What is lambda here? Or I think here k is directly given as the coefficient, so we can use just this k coefficient directly. We can use k, we can use here, right? What is k here? See, open the bracket, you need to open 2 pi into this. So 2 pi multiplied by this 0.0080. Okay, so pi I will leave aside, and then I multiply this 2 into 0.5 become 1, so 0.008. 0.008 pi only, that is the answer, option 3. Okay, let us move next. A ray of monochromatic light is passing through equilateral prism. Refracted QR is parallel to the base means minimum deviation, that's all. Okay, and the angle of incidence is given, then the angle of minimum, it is minimum deviation formula, 2I minus A. Just do that. So 2 into 50 minus prism angle is how much? Equilateral means 60 degree. So 100 minus 60, 40, that is the answer. Okay, right. Let us move next. In the circuit shown, the voltage appearing across the diode D will be of the form. What is the voltage across this? So input is here, and what is the voltage across this? So first of all, we can clearly see it is reverse bias, correct? But not necessarily, because it's a alternating voltage, because sometimes it is plus minus, and sometimes next half cycle minus plus. So in next half cycle current will come, first half cycle currents will not come, because this is the first half cycle, it is plus, right? Next half cycle that will be minus. So next half cycle only current should go. So this is not correct. Half wave rectification it will be. This is also not correct. But this is also not correct. Then which one it is? This is like full wave rectification. That cannot be correct. Full wave cannot happen. Exactly same thing cannot come out. Right? Half wave rectification should happen. But during the first half cycle, what is the voltage difference if they say? What is the voltage difference if this? So between these 2 points, this is plus and this is minus, let us say, current is anyway not going to flow here through this. So voltage across this, can we take the same positive or not? During half cycle, negative positive, during half cycle definitely it will come, but during the first half cycle it becomes reverse bias. Reverse bias means what? There is no current. No current means the potential difference across these 2 points they are taking. Suppose this is point A, this is point B. Okay, so if I suppose, for example, let's try to think like this way. It's not exactly uh, that. Suppose this positive is there. This positive means what? The potential difference across this is positive. Potential, that means this is high, this is low, right? This is high, this is low. Low means here everything is low, but there is no current, so potential of this point is going to be same up to here, and this will be here. So potential difference, when we talk here, that potential difference is going to be same as this only, because this is high voltage, this is low voltage, and current is not happening here, so this is also low voltage, this is also low voltage, this is high voltage. So that same high low will be there, same thing will happen according to that. Then what happens in other next half cycle? This become low voltage, this become high voltage, and if this become low and high, then what happens? Short circuit will happen. Short circuit means potential difference will be zero, you can say that. So I think in this case, yes, it will happen, correct? Option 2 will be happening here, because in the it's a half wave rectification, right? But when it is high voltage, it is low voltage, remember, no current, so all these are same potential, low voltage. So high low voltage, the same potential difference will be there. Okay, and when you consider this low and this high, then current will be going like this, and there will be a short circuit. And if there is a short circuit happens, you know what will happen? Short circuit means there is potential difference zero. That's why this graph is zero. So option 2 is the best, graph. Let us move to the next. For a simple pendulum having time period, the variation of kinetic energy with time is kinetic energy with time graph they are writing. Kinetic energy with time. Okay, so let us write the kinetic energy formula. Kinetic energy is half mv square, or it can also be written as okay, velocity we know v is equal to, suppose if I say displacement as a sine omega t, so velocity differentiation x differentiation a omega cos omega t. Now square of that, a square omega square cos square omega t. From also it depends on from where the body was released. Simple pendulum and time period t, recent kinetic energy with time is. So if I assume that it is released at, or it is motion is happening from mean position, then time zero itself is maximum kinetic energy. Okay, but if you study from the extreme position, then this graph itself will be cos graph, then this will be sine graph, then this will be sine square graph. So depending on from where you are studying. So at the extreme position, time zero, what is the position? They have to be clear in the question. They have not given that. So let us think about it. So suppose they are saying this graph. Okay, so there is a minimum kinetic energy they are saying, but you know minimum kinetic energy has to be zero. It cannot be minimum like this, because here they are saying there is a kinetic energy minimum kinetic energy must be zero, because extreme position it has to rest. Okay, so kinetic energy minimum cannot be non-zero. What about other graphs? So definitely this is not possible, this graph is not possible. Okay, let us go for other graphs. And we know this, it can be either sin square function or cos square function, either it can be sin square or cos square. So out of this graph, this is the only option. This is like sin square function. So that means they have taken that pendulum starting from the extreme position. Right, so you can go for that graph. Okay, let us move next. A resistor is connected to a battery of 12 volt EMF and internal resistance 2 ohm. If the current in the circuit is this terminal voltage is. So this battery or cell is directly connected, and it's a discharging cell, right? Resistor is connected to a battery, into all this thing is given, current is given. So terminal voltage everyone knows, EMF minus IR, EMF minus IR, or you can write I into capital R. Both are same, anything which is easy you do that. So current they have given 0.6, and external resistance they have given how much? External resistance is given how much? They have not given external resistance. That's why you cannot use this. Better you have to use this formula only. They have given EMF. EMF is given as 12 minus current is 0.6 into internal resistance 2 they have given. Now you calculate. So 12 minus 1.2. How much? 10.8 it will be. Correct? 10.8. That's the answer. Let us move to the next. The amount of work done to raise a mass m from surface of Earth to a height equal to radius of Earth is. Amount of work done is nothing but what? Total change of energy. Correct? Total change of energy. So what is the total energy formula? Total energy formula. Amount of work done to raise a mass from surface of Earth to a height equal to. But see, you are not considering any orbital motion, right? You are simply lifting that, and it is just change of potential energy. So it is the change of potential energy, because kinetic energy is not changing. You are not giving any motion. So change of kinetic energy you apply. But remember, kinetic energy formula change you have to use properly. So final potential energy is minus Gmm by R. right? Final is how much? 2r from center minus initial minus gmm by r. So when you subtract this, this will come half g mm by r. This is what it is. Now I think you have to multiply with one capital R and one R here. So gm by r square is small g, so mgr by 2. mgr by 2, you can go with this answer. Okay, let us move to the next. An electric heater supplies heat to a system of system rate is given. System performs a work of this, then rate at which internal energy increases will be. So you know delta Q is equal to delta E plus delta W. If I divide with this with time, delta Q by delta T, delta E by delta T plus delta W by delta T. Okay. So delta Q by delta T is the rate of heat supply, that is 100, positive because it is supplied. They are asking this delta E by delta T, they are asking, and if the system performs work, system performance, gas might be expanding, so that is what is 75 joule, means 75 watt it is joule per second. So this delta E by delta T is equal to 25, correct? That's 25, that's the answer. Let us move to the next question. A room heater is rated. If the supply voltage drops to 200, what will be the power consumed? Okay. Rated they have given. So remember, rated value should be used to calculate resistance, because power formula is V square by R. So resistance will be V square by P. So using the rated values, this formula is in true in general, but using the rated values you will calculate resistance. Then power developed. So then now use the same formula, power consumed or power developed is V square by R, but now this V is the applied voltage, because the applied voltage has now changed. What is the applied voltage? 200. So this 200 square divided by this resistance, now you have to put V square. Previously how much was voltage? 220. So 220 square by power. Previously power was 400. This calculation you have to do, right? This calculation definitely it is less than 400. So 400 is not possible. How much it will be less? Check out this. So 200 square. So 2 into 2, 4. I will take 4 into 10 to the power 4, and this is also 4. This 100 factor will get cancelled. So 22 into 22, 484, I think, correct? 22 square. So check out here, 414241. Okay, right. Then uh, suppose if I take this as 400 and extra 100 factor I keep it 121. So now 400 divided by 121 is how much? Definitely it can start with 3. 3 we can multiply, 3 1 3 2 6. Yeah, I think we can go with, I'm not checking whole calculation, but we can guess out now. Okay, let us move next. When a ruler falls vertically, 5 different person catch it with different reaction time. Different reaction time means, suppose an object falls, and when that person react means when that person catches. Okay, when that person catches. So they're catching at different times. So person A has reaction time of this. That means he will start catching after 0.2. That means for that much time this object has already fallen. Object has already fallen. Question is, they have given different reaction time. What is the correct order of distance traveled by ruler for each person? So distance traveled will be more the reaction time, more the distance. That's all. So more the reaction time, more the distance, which has more reaction time. More reaction time is 0.22, right? So this person B has more distance. Then after B, after B, E will come 0.21. After that, A will come, then D will come, then C will come. Correct? So check out the option. So first, which will come? B will come. So these options are gone. After B, E will come. After E, A will come. After A, D will come, and C is the last. So option is 4. Fourth is the correct option. Right? Let us move next. Consider two uncharged capacitors of equal capacitance. One of them is charged by 100 supply and disconnected. Now this capacitor connected to uncharged. The amount of the direct formula, lost energy formula is what? Half C1, C2 both are same. So C into C, right, by C plus C. So C square by 2C it will come into voltage, right, V square 100 square. Just calculate this, very easy calculation. So 1 by 4 C into 100 square. Now 1 by 4 C is how much? 200 picofarad. Pico means 10 to the power minus 12. And 100 square means how much? Square 10 to the power 4. So this will come 1 by 2, 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. Yes, 0 0.5 10 power minus 6 joules. That's the right answer. Let us move next. Savita is standard 11 standard student. While conducting experiment to determine effective length of simple pendulum, L notes down the data of time taken to complete 30 oscillation as 60 seconds and hence calculate the length of simple pendulum as. Okay, so 30 oscillation has taken 60 seconds. So what will be time for one oscillation? One oscillation time will be 60 by 32 seconds. Correct? 2 seconds. Time period formula is length we need to calculate. So time period is 2 pi root under L by G. So L is equal to G T square by 4 pi square. Now suppose G is 9.8. Okay. T I have taken as 2 seconds. So 2 square is 4. This is 4 and pi square. So anyway, this 4 can, and they are saying pi square is also same as G, so that will become 1. So this is the answer. Not much calculation, right? Let us move next. The peak value of an alternative current is 5. Frequency is also given. How long will the current starting from 0 take to reach the peak value? Peak value of an AC is. So you know that if you consider AC like this, so from here to here this time is nothing but T by 4. It is 1/4 of the cycle. So cycle time is how much? Frequency they have given. So time period is 1 by 60. Correct. And you have to calculate T by 4. So T by 4 is 1 by 4 of this 60. 1 by 60, that becomes 240. Correct. So that's the answer. Starting from 0, time taken to reach the peak value. Fine, let us move next. In interference and diffraction, the light energy is redistributed. If it reduces in one region producing dark fringe, it increases in another region producing bright fringe. As there are two statements are given. As there is no gain or loss of energy, this phenomenon is consistent with the principle of conservation of energy. Diffraction and interference are characteristics exhibited only by light waves. No, first is definitely correct because energy conservation is there. Second one, no, it is for any waves, not only light. Even in no sound also it is there. So definitely this statement second is not correct. First A is correct. Okay. Hmm. A is true, but B is false. Yes. Let us move to the next. A box of mass 15 kg kept on the floor of a stationary trolley. Coefficient of static friction between the box and trolley is given. Okay. Keeping the box in stationary state over the trolley, the maximum acceleration with which the trolley can move horizontally. It's like a two block system, right? So it is like a trolley here, trolley, and then there is a box, right? And this is the ground. Okay, box mass is 15 kg. Coefficient of static friction between them. This coefficient of friction they have given 0.12. Keeping the box in stationary state over the trolley, the maximum acceleration with which the trolley can move forward. They have not mentioned any ground friction, so assume it is smooth. So now they are moving together. So what is the mass of this uh, trolley? Coefficient of static friction between box and trolley. Keeping the mass, keeping the box in stationary state over the maximum acceleration with the trolley can. They have not given anything. I think box of mass. This is kept on the floor of a stationary trolley. Coefficient of static friction between box and trolley. Yeah, they have not given that. Let us take that this mass is capital M, this mass is small m in general, and we have to move them with acceleration, maximum acceleration. Trolley can be moved. So let us say trolley is moving with some acceleration. So they must have same acceleration. Then only no relative sliding is happening. So this acceleration is equal to system acceleration is, suppose some force is acting on this, force acting on system by total mass is m plus m, right, m plus m. And now they are saying that this should be the same acceleration for this. So this acceleration, maximum acceleration for this is, due to friction it is mu g, that already that. I think directly we can do calculation. Correct. Maximum acceleration, that's the maximum friction force that can apply. So no need for any calculus, means anything. So this maximum acceleration you can take as mu g. Mu static is the maximum, which is 0.12, and g is given as 10. So you can take it as 1.2. Okay. Next, sum of kinetic and potential energy of simple pendulum is given. The speed of the simple pendulum bob at equilibrium position is approximately. So total energy they have given. Total energy is 0.02. So when it is coming in the equilibrium position, right? Assuming that minimum potential energy is zero, so all that energy will become into kinetic energy. So this is going to convert as half. Mass is how much? Uh, Mass they have given 20 grams, so 20 by 1000 into v square. So calculate this now, right? So you can remove this 100, this 100 cancel, this cancelled. So this 2 also get cancelled. So v will be under root 2. That means 1.414. Okay, first option. Let us move next. Four statements are given. Okay, each mass number. The volume of a nucleus is proportional to not volume, radius, right? This is definitely wrong. Second, volume of a nucleus is proportional to. Yes, this is correct. Because if volume is r cube, r cube will be proportional to a means r will be proportional. This is correct. Difference in mass of an atom and its nucleus. Mass of an atom and its nucleus is called mass defect. The difference in mass of nucleus and its constituent is called mass defect. Because if you take atom, right, then electrons are also there now. You are not considering the electrons. So when we take the nucleus mass, actual mass of nucleus and the theoretical mass of nucleus, which is nothing but the mass of the constituents. So the difference in mass of nucleus and its, this is correct. This is not going to be correct. Okay, right. Then choose correct. So B and D are correct. A and C are false. Correct. So option 1 will go with. Let us move next. Angular speed of a flywheel is increased from 600 to 1200 in 10 seconds. Number of revolution completed by the flywheel during this time. Number of revolution. Number of revolution. So how do you calculate? So they have given 600 rpm means number of revolutions per second. Correct. How do you calculate that? They have given n1 600 rpm. I can convert into rps also, right? So we can convert. Divide by 60. Divide by 60 means 10 rps. N2 is what? This is N1 or N2. I think this is frequency, not N1, N2. This is frequencies. F1, F2. F1 and F2. F2 is how much? 1200. 1200 rpm is divided by 60 with 20 rps. Okay. So omega also we can write. So initially omega 1, omega is 2 pi into frequency. So 2 pi into 10, 2 pi into frequency f1. We can write 2 pi f1, and this omega 2 we can write as 2 pi f2. So speed has changed from omega 1 to omega 2 in 10 seconds, right? Number of revolutions completed. So you know that we can use v equal to u plus at. Acceleration is there or not? Yes, there is acceleration. So we can calculate acceleration definitely. What will be acceleration? Alpha, let us calculate. So omega 2 minus omega 1, omega 2 minus omega 1 by time. So how much it will be? 2 pi, let us take common. So f2 minus f1, so 20 minus 10, that will give us 10, and time is also 10. So that means it is 2 pi only. Alpha is 2 pi. Now let us calculate theta. Theta is equal to how much? Theta is equal to how much? Can we use the formula omega 2 square equal to u square plus 2 alpha into theta? We can use this, right? Let us use this and calculate theta. So omega 2 square minus omega 1 square. So square means 4 pi square will definitely come out. Then f2 square minus f1 square, 20 square minus 10 square, correct? So 20 square means 400, 400 minus 100, 300 divided by 2 into alpha. Alpha is how much? 2 pi. So from here how much do you get? So 1 4 pi factor will cancel out, right? 4 pi 4 pi, so 300 pi will come. 300 pi will come. Now for number of revolution, theta is equal to how much? For one revolution, suppose n number of revolution has happened, so n into 2 pi. N into 2 pi is 300 pi. So number of revolution now we are getting as 150. Correct. Let us move next. A submarine is designed to withstand an absolute pressure. How deep can it go below the water surface? Consider density, atmospheric pressure, gravity, acceleration they have given. Okay. Submarine is designed to absolute pressure. So suppose it goes to some, here is atmospheric pressure P naught or P atmosphere. Now if it goes to some depth, here first of all P atmosphere is also acting plus rho g h is also acting. This is equal to 100 atmosphere, 100 atmospheric pressure. So that means this rho g h must be equal to 99 atmospheric pressure, right? Now rho is how much? Water density, 1000. G is also 10. Height you calculate 99. Atmosphere is how much? 10 to the power 5. Now you calculate. So 4 has got cancelled, right? So 990 meters. 990 meter, option 4, right? Let us move next. Match. Oh, this type of question. Huh. It's like a purely theoretical question they have asked. Something you may figure out. I think this is just a copy paste from the NCRT, one table. In NCRT they have given one table like which X-rays are source of production, and that, you know, in the electromagnetic wave chapter there is a one table there and they have just copy pasted this. So let us see something which we can see, and options also we have to see there. So gamma rays, definitely gamma rays, electrons in this radioactive decay is correct, definitely. So gamma rays comes from radioactive decay, we know. So C must match with 2. C must match with 2. Definitely second is not correct. Okay, now anything else? Microwaves, visible light, vibration of atoms. Electrons in atoms emit light when they move from higher energy. Visible light can come from due to emission spectra. I think we can go for this first. So B will be first. Okay, so this B is third, that is not correct then. Then microwave and D. D and C we have to stick. C. B is sorry, B is matching with first. So yes, then C and C is also same, right? C is also same here. So no. A has to match with what? A has to match with, no, A we do not know. A you check. Microwave. Can it match with third? Vibration of atoms. Oh, infrared. Infrared means heat waves which are due to vibration. So D will be 3 and A will be 4. A will be 4, D will, yes, this is the correct answer. Completely a theoretical question, direct copy paste from NCR. Again, they are bringing back to NCRT all those NEET aspirants, right? Okay. Which of the following statements are correct? Inside a conductor, electrostatic field is 0. Electrostatic field is 0. Electric field at the surface of a charged conductor does not depend on surface charge density. Electric field at the surface of the conductor does not depend. Yes, at the surface means it is infinite, undefined. This statement is correct. Nearby surface, it depends on. Inside conductor, electrostatic field is 0. Yes, electrostatic field is 0 inside a conductor. Interior of a charged conductor can have no excess charge in the static conductor. This is also true. At the surface of a charged conductor, the electrostatic field must be normal to the surface. Yes. At the surface of charged conductor, electrostatic field must be null. See, at the surface is a wrong word. Near the surface it is correct. So, at the surface is not correct. Nearby. And the electrostatic potential is 0 everywhere inside a charge. No, this is not correct. Some constant will be there. Now let us choose. Inside A has to be correct. Correct answer. A, what we are getting? A, B, C. A, B, C is not there. A, B, C is not there. Are they, so electric field at the surface charge but does not depend on surface charge density. At the surface and near the surface, there to be at the surface is not defined at all. Okay, let's check each option one by one. C, option C. Interior of a charged conductor can have no excess charge in the static. Yes, this is definitely correct. So wherever C is there, that has to be correct. So definitely you can remove second option. Okay. Then what about D? At the surface of a charged conductor, the electrostatic field must be normal to the surface at every point. Electrostatic potential E is 0 everywhere inside a charged conductor. E is definitely wrong, so E cannot be correct. So E cannot be correct. E cannot be correct. So the only option we are left with ACD. ACD. At the surface. Electric at the surface. Electric field at the surface charge conductor does not depend on its surface charge density. That means D is wrong. Electric field at the surface. I think they are taking the nearby point to the surface, because at the surface it is not defined. But nearby point, if you see, electric field is given as sigma by epsilon naught n cap. This we know that. So nearby, I think when they say at the surface, they are wrong. They should not say at the surface. Near the surface, they can say. So if you assume this term at the surface as near the surface, then this is correct, right? Then D is correct. Then D will correct. A will correct. C will correct. D will correct. Does not depend on the surface charge density. Then it will depend on. Then it will become wrong. I think the interpretation here itself is we need to do that. So at the surface is not a good choice of word. They must say near the surface. So NTA has not set a proper qualified question. They are misinterpreting, because in the NCERT book also many misinterpretations are there. Not clear interpretations are presented. It has been just left at your will to decide. That is creating a confusion, right? At the surface, how can you define it? You cannot define at the surface. Okay, let us move next. Because there is a discontinuity. At the surface, there is a discontinuity. Okay. For a metal of work function, this which of the following wavelengths of incident radiation does not give rise to photoelectric effect? Does not give rise to photoelectric effect. So they have given work function, right? So whichever is greater than that, only that will give. So I think you just try to calculate this idea, apply this 1240 by lambda. So take first 200. So 200 if I check, or you convert that into lambda, that may be one approach. Whichever is calculation easier, you can do that. Convert that threshold wavelength. So lambda is equal to 1240 by because how do you calculate this energy? 1240 by lambda. So lambda will be 1240 by electron volt. So calculate this. If I remove into, this will be nanometer, right? So how much it will be? Take this 233, 26, 22, 20, right? So lambda is equal to 6200 by 33 nanometer. Okay, now check how much it is. If lambda is less than this, then only it is possible. So how much it is? Suppose if I consider 2 times of this approximation, 2 times, suppose it is 66, then it will become 200 nanometer. So it must be definitely less than 200 nanometer. It cannot be 200 nanometer. Okay, because this is not exactly 200. Is it less than or more than 200? This term is going to be less than 200 definitely. Less than 200 definitely. Correct? Because if it is 66, then only it is 200. So this term is less than 200. So let us say less than 200 means 198, something will be there. And it has to be less than that 198. So this definitely is not possible. And they are saying that not give rise, not give rise. So all these will give rise. This will only not give rise. This only answer is option 1. Correct? Not give rise means we have to choose the first option only. Let us move next. In the first excited state of hydrogen atom, the energy of electron is given. The radial distance of the electron from the hydrogen nucleus in this case is approximately distance we have to calculate. We have to calculate distance and the energy. Energy is given and we have to calculate distance. How do you calculate this? How do we calculate the distance? What is the distance energy relationship? Okay, one thing that we can always apply is that the total energy is negative of kinetic energy, half mv square. We know that total energy is always negative of kinetic energy. That means we got the kinetic energy, which is half mv square. We got it from here as 3.4. In electron volt it is, of course, in electron volt means you multiply with E, electronic charge, right? They are asking to calculate the distance. Now we know one thing is that the force that is acting, that force, this is a hydrogen atom, right? Excited state of hydrogen atom. If you know which excited state it is, then directly you can use. Can we know what is which excited state it is? So if you remember, it is better. So remember, excited state is minus 13.6 by n square. Correct? If you give 1, then 2 if you give, then it will be something 3 if you give. 3 if you give, then how much? 4 if you give, I think 4. Fourth state. So that means you already know that n is equal to 4. I think might be that will help us to calculate radius, because radius is proportional to n square, and original radius are not into n square. That means 4 square is 16. So 16 times original radius, first radius. First radius is nearly 0.529 angstrom. So might be now you can check out this calculation. Can we do that? So energy is, total energy or energy is minus 13.6 n square. N must be 2, I think, correct? N must be 2, sorry. N must be 2. N must be 2. Then here, that's why it has become 4, right? So this will be 4. 4 times of this you do. Check out how much it will become. 4 times of 0.529. 529 angstrom. How much it is? 4 times of this. 5 into 4, 20, 2 point something, 2.1 let us say, into 10 to the power minus 10. Angstrom only. Yes. This is the correct answer. Yes. So I think it is not necessary to go through the energy calculation test you can do. You don't need to go through any other calculation. You need to remember this formula, energy, how it is dependent, right? Let us move to the next. Two statements are given below. When the forward bias voltage across PN junction diode increases above a certain threshold voltage, diode current increases significantly. When forward bias voltage across a PN junction diode increases above a threshold, that is called NEEV voltage, right? Definitely this is correct. This current is called reverse saturation current. Reverse saturation current. No. Reverse saturation means that will happen in reverse bias. So first is definitely correct, but statement 2 is not correct. So this is second is the correct option, right? Let us move to the next. Last question, I think. A flask contains argon chlorine in the ratio of 2:1 by mass. Temperature of the mixture is this. Ratio of RMS speed of the molecules. We have to calculate ratio of RMS speed. So temperature is same. Temperature is same. So what is RMS speed formula? RMS speed root under 3 RT by M. So that means we need to just take RMS is proportional to root of molecular mass. This is what we have to do. So root of molecular mass, it doesn't matter how much mass is present, right? Chlorine is in the ratio of this, temperature of mixture is this, ratio of RMS speed of the molecules. So that depends on molecular mass, right? Molecular mass. So molecular masses they have given here. We have to take argon by chlorine. So RMS speed, argon chlorine. This ratio will be root under. This mass of argon is how much? 40, nearly 40. And chlorine mass is how much? 70. So this ratio we have to calculate. Root under 7 by 4 it will be. 4 will come out, so root 7 by 2. This is the correct answer, right? So I hope you got this. We discussed, but means there are some, things which are not getting clear, few questions, right? But most of the questions you can see are easy questions. Not much calculations are involved, except few questions which are making the things waste of time. Why do we do that useless calculation? If there is some technique, like for example binomial expansion and something are involved, we can do it, but otherwise it is no use, right? So I hope you got it. Thank you for your attention.